you listen here, Margie. You're going to want to come aboard the Flacida Oil team. There's no better time than right now. Oil prices are going up. You know it's not going up my penis because I have erectile dysfunction.
Oh, yeah, okay. Look, I don't know, Dallas. Seems risky. Oil's such a fluctuating market, and I gotta keep my investment strong. My answer's gotta be
Now, Margie. I know what's about to come out of that little mouth of yours, and I do not like it. Investing in Flacida is a strong investment, and that's a Dallas Cialis guarantee. And before you make up your mind, just remember this. There is no in oil, but there is a yes in Flacida.
Okay. You know what? Alright. You've convinced me, Dallas. I'll sign on to the Flacida Oil team.
Hot damn, Margie, that's what I like to hear. I'll get those contracts sent right over. Y'all have a good day now.
Yeah, you do the same, Dallas.
Woohoo! That's how I do it. You know, it's moments like these that make me want to yell, ta-da, LaPhil. Yeah, sure, at first it was pretty hard adjusting to working from home, but if I've said it once, then I have said it once. Flacida Oil is the strongest company in all this great nation that is the United States of America. I like to think of myself as a simple man. I like to go mudding, that's one of my hobbies. I don't go boating, but that's just because I can't raise the mainsail, if you know what I mean. I cannot get hard. I'm a hunter. This here is my BB gun. I like to take this out on the Flacida Oil Company picnics. I'll shoot a damn quail right out of the sky. I'll hold it up and I'll yell, lunch is here. Gets a few laughs, but the women don't find it too pleasant. Or pheasant. You see, what I did there is that quail, like all fowl-like birds, are part of the pheasant family. So I did a rhyme, a little play on words, a pun, if you will. This here is my secretariat, Shannon Ruby. Say hi to the camera there, Shannon.
Howdy.
Shannon here handles all the business stuff that I'm just too damn busy to handle. Takes my calls, books my meetings, manages my investments. Just the other day, I invested in, get this, headlights for race cars. They said it couldn't be done, well, Dallas Cialis is getting it done.
That right there is just a really good idea, boss.
Right again you are, Shannon.
Dallas? Oh, Dallas. He's a really great boss. He lets me take his calls, book his meetings, manage his investments, all that sort of crud. He really believes in me, too. You know, he always says that he thinks I could be the future of Flacida Oil. Truly. And I try and doubt him sometimes. I don't think I'm quite there yet. But he always says to me, he says, Shannon, y'all remember now, there ain't no nah in oil. There's a yeah in Shannon. Just brings me right up, you know?
Sure, I invest in a lot. All kinds of stuff, really. I'm an investor, so that's what I do. I invested in Quibi. I walked right up to Jeffrey Katzenberg. I said to him, Jeff, you crazy mama, Jeff, you knew $1.75 billion, you got it. I'm your guy. Hell, I'll even give you double if you ask me nicely for it. Maybe you can take me out to a fancy dinner and buy me a glass of wine for it. You know, I was the one that gave him the name Quick Bites. He was going to call it New TV. I said, no, sirree, Jeff, you're not going to call it New TV. You're going to call it Quick Bites. You see, that's how I eat my food. Quick Bites. Nom, nom, nom. But people do say I'm sort of a risky investor and I'm not always putting my money in the right places. They'll walk right up to me and say, Dallas, these recent investments of yours, just not too great. So we operate out of the camper now. We're already living in the camper, and it sure has been a doozy mixing the home and work life in such a small space, but we figured it out to a point where we're happy doing so. And I know you're probably wondering, like many others often do, why me, a billionaire, would be living in a camper. You see, I bought this camper the day I opened Flacida Oil. I was inspired by my now good friend Bill Gates. You know, he opened Microsoft in his garage. Now I guess you can say it sure is Microsoft in my garage, if you know what I mean. My climb to the top of the oil world was built on being frugal and saving, and I've saved a lot of money living like this. And I got everything I need here too. And I know it sure is a little beat up, and I could definitely afford a newer and nicer camper. But you gotta remember, it's all about the savings.
So this is my area of the camper. Pretty happy that Dallas gave me my own end. Except for the bathroom, that is. We have to share that part. This is my bed that I can sleep in. Here, I have enough ample room to put on my overalls. See, I used to wear these pair of cut-off short shorts, but when I got hired, Dallas said that they weren't professional enough. But see, that's why he's a great boss, because he went out and bought me these brand new pair of overalls, and he spent the big bucks on them too.
Oh, those overalls? They were only about $15. I took it off his first paycheck anyway.
I wear this driving glove for when I drive, although Dallas says I shouldn't drive. Also, the states of both Texas and Wisconsin says I can't drive. They told me I was 8 points over on intoxication. I said to the officer, "Sir, I haven't played sports since middle school. How can I be 8 points over on anything?" Later I realized, Dallas never even gave me the day off for intoxication, so what do they know?
Alright, Yergy, y'all have a good day now. Woohoo, Shannon. I just got off the phone with Danny, the Yergmeister Jurgen, and he said that oil prices are going up $60 to $75 in 2022.
That is great news, boss. We will rake in the money.
Shannon, what the hell are you doing? Get your feet off the table. We eat here.
I'm sorry, boss.
You see, for those at home who don't understand who we're talking about here, Daniel Jurgen is the man when it comes to oil. As vice chairman of the IHS market, he's an energy expert and economic historian. So basically, if he's talking oil, you better listen.
8 times in 19 years, Dale Earnhardt has been in this position at this juncture of the race in the lead. Earnhardt has the quick pit stop. It'll be Earnhardt leading the charge on pit road.
I'm a big fan of Dale, God rest his soul. You know, behind the wheel, he was a legend, and behind the legend, he was one of us. I've seen all his races, from his first to his... I'm sorry. I just get so emotional talking about Dale. He was like a brother to me, you know? I never met him, but he was my brother. But now, I am proud to announce that Flacida Oil is the official oil sponsor of NASCAR. So it's like I'm working right beside him now. And don't you worry, he is right beside me. In spirit. Real exciting day for us here at Flacida Oil. We are going on our first sales call in over a year. A full calendar year. I can say that missing out on business calls sure has put a strainer on us.
Did you just make it funny there, boss?
Yeah, Shannon. I said colander instead of calendar, then said strainer.
Oh. I don't get it.
You know, because a colander is like another word for a strainer. Never mind, Shannon. We're here. What the hell is this buffoonery? How are we supposed to have a meeting behind closed doors? I better call these GD people and figure out what's what. Yeah, my name is Dallas Cialis. I'm here with my secretariat, Shannon Rudy.
Howdy.
Listen, we're out here at the front door of your very fine offices for our first sales call in over a year, and it seems we are at a bit of an impasse because the door here is trying to tell us that this fine establishment is closed. Now tell me, Gunner, how can a business be closed if they have an appointment in approximately 15 minutes?
Well, like you said, Dallas, it's a sales call. It's a phone meeting. We're still closed due to COVID and working from home, but I believe everyone is ready on their lines if you want me to patch it through.
A phone meeting, you said?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're going to need about 10 minutes to make it back home. This one is on me. I do apologize, Gunner. I'll give you a call back when we're ready, and you can make like Adams and patch us on through.
Will do, Dallas.
You guys will cut this part from the documentary, right? You can cut this part. It's just too damn embarrassing. You can cut this part, right? Yeah, are you cutting it? I can help. What button do I push? hard parts of working from home is motivate yourself to actually wake up and get out of bed to go to work in the morning. It's easy to rise and shine when you know you got somewhere to be. But recently I've found myself to be that much of a morning person, especially with no morning wood to look forward to. I still power through and do it though. It's not easy for everyone. Get the hell up, Shannon. Time to go get ready for work.
My name is Chandon, and I'm here to say that working for Dallas really makes my day, because he pays my bills and he buys me food. That's why Dallas is a really cool dude. So what do you think?
What is this for again, Shannon?
I'm entering the local Legion's talent show, and I think I have a really good chance of winning the whole dang thing, don't you think?
Oh yeah, sure, Shannon. Just keep working on it a bit there, bud.
Alright.
This is Dallas Cialis. Oh, Dougie, how you doing there, bud? I'm happy to announce, on behalf of Felicity Oil, that we have started a beautiful and prospering business relationship with Sparks Utility International. We had a bit of a snafu with our first meeting due to some scheduling conflicts, but we were able to pound out a phone meeting and get everything squared away. I mean, I wasn't pounding out anything, of course. So now we all have shares, you see? I don't know, I just want to run that by you. What do you think? Well, I'll let you think about it and get you next time. Good talking to you there, Dougie. Make sure to say hi to that little pipsqueak gunner of yours. Alright, y'all have a good day now. Shannon, will you put down a meeting between Doug from SUI and I for next Wednesday regarding the finalities of the NUG contracts and the logs?
Yeah, will do, boss. The logs very well could be the most important thing that I take care of here at Felicity Oil. Let me show you. Anyone who wants anything is on here, whether they want to book a meeting or call Dallas directly and set one up with him. I'm really proud of it.
Putting Shannon in charge of the logs was a no-brainer, and I'm not just saying that because we're talking about Shannon here. I kid. So much stress has been relieved from me since Shannon took over the logs. He's way better at doing all that sort of stuff anyhow. It's one of the reasons I hired him, not just for his good looks. Hell, the one time I try to enter my own log, I screw the pooch and we end up showing up to a phone call. I can honestly say that Shannon keeping those logs organized has helped keep this branch afloat.
Hey, boss. The forms for that space organizer for that new patent just came back.
And with that, another investment is in the books. Good work, Shannon. The space organization that Shannon here is talking about is NASA, who reached out for funding on an experimental trial test they're working on, windshield wipers for the International Space Station. Those American heroes up there in the great beyond will be seen clearly once again. No more meteors can get in their way. When we used to work in the office, I used to always go home for my lunch, but now we're working from home and I don't want to disturb Shannon, so I eat out here. I always have the exact same thing, cheddar on white. I believe in nutritious meals. That's why I always eat the whole damn thing. Repetition is key. And it's really good, you know. Good for you too. Shannon only gets a 30-minute break, but I take an hour. I don't really need the whole dang thing. I just like to sit out here and think sometimes. Are you guys gonna film a whole break or just a little bit of it?
Boss, permission to take a personal call?
Sure, Shannon. Make it quick, and not the work takes dinner table.
Hello? Oh, hey, Dirk. I'm just working till 5, and then I get to leave. Well, except don't really leave, you know, because I'm working from home and whatnot. Isn't it kind of funny how, you know, working from home, we don't have to leave and there's no time clock or anything? And oh, hey, Heather. No, I wasn't rambling. No, like I was telling Dirk, you know, I ain't working till 5. Oh, he has to hit the road before then? Won't he just hurt his hand? Oh, it's an expression. Right. Well, okay, well, I'll talk to Dallas and see what we can do. All right, talk to you again later. Bye. Hey, Dallas.
Yeah, Shannon?
My cousin's fiance is in town from Texas, bringing me up some, stuff. And, he is to get back before we're done with work today, so I was just wondering if we could take a break and go over and meet up quick.
Well, sure, Shannon. You know I'm all about family. Plus, I don't think I've met any of yours yet. This should be fun. I'll go get the truck keys.
Hey, Dirk, how's it going?
Hey, Shannon, what's with them cameras?
Well, I can explain that, Dallas Cialis. You're nice to meet your acquaintance. These fine fellas are just shooting a little documentary on me. There's nothing to be worried about.
Yeah,
They're cool.
They're cool.
okay, yeah, so whatever. Hey, Shannon, I had a supply in the back like usual.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah, I guess you could say I'm a small business owner. I'm in the business of moonshining. Drive up through about 5 states once a month here to bring Shannon a new batch.
Oh yeah, I love the shine. Can't get enough of the taste. Doesn't affect me too much anymore though. You know, Dirk once challenged me to a drink off. He tapped out only 9 jugs. Hadn't even hit me yet.
Shannon Dallas said you guys are cool. You guys are cool, right? Hey there, Shannon. Try to taste this new batch. I've been experimenting with the proportions of maize, and I really think you're gonna like those results.
I told you that there's some good oil there, soon to be cousin-in-law.
Shannon, did you just say you were drinking oil again? What did I tell you about doing that? That stuff's bad for you.
No, boss. See, this is a special kind of oil that Dirk makes for me. It's perfectly safe. Here, try some. Right, Dirk?
Yes, sir, Mr. Cialis, sir. Drink some of this. Drink some of this is like drinking down a glass of that good old Mountain Dew.
All right, if you guys say so. Ah, damn, this is some good oil. It's the kind of stuff that can make a man hard. Who knew this stuff could be so good? I'm gonna have to put back a few more of these. You know, Shannon, I was listening to the radio the other day, and a Little Drummer Boy was playing. It was by that Carrie Underwood chick. It's a Little Drummer Boy, not a Little Drummer Girl. They've got to stop ruining my Christmas music. Man, what a wild June we had here at Flacida Oil. I'm just sorry you guys couldn't be here with us for it. Let's see now, I gotta think about all that we did. Well, I went to New York City for the opening of our brand new branch out there, which is gonna be specializing in importing and exporting oil to and from our colleagues in Eurasia. I couldn't leave Shannon all alone, so I sent him to a management retreat to see if he really has what it takes to run this place when I'm down in the ground. It's actually where we're heading out. We gotta pick him up because this Sunday is the 4th of July. Woo! Woo! We gotta get him back. It's gonna be a good one. And perfect timing. It looks like we're pulling up there right about now.
There, boss. We had a great time at the retreat. First week.
Shannon, what the hell did you do to your hair?
Oh, well, one night we watched The Outsiders, and, you know, I thought it'd be funny if I bleached my hair to see if you'd notice. Did you notice it was me when you picked me up?
Shannon, it looks good.
Thanks, boss. So a couple of months ago, I busted one of my boots here, and Dallas told me that it wasn't in the budget for me to get a new pair, so I had them taped up for a while, but today's a special day, so I finally decided to fix them. Dallas told me that I had to do it out here, because I'm not allowed to do it in the camper, because I always make too much of a mess. I was gluing my damn hands to the table.
Chandler, you better hurry up so you can get ready.
Don't worry, boss, I'm hurrying.
But yeah, I take the 4th of July very seriously. It's a very special day after all. It's America's birthday. That's the day we're celebrating, I'll tell you what. You know, I once heard a funny man on the TV say history began on July 4th, 1776. If that ain't the truth, then I don't know what is. Hell, it's the one day I put on a real tie.
This ain't gonna work. I'll just use my dang tennies.
Hurry up, Chan. We gotta get the truck loaded. We're not late.
On it, boss.
It's gonna be a party tonight. Woohoo! Of July. Ain't this a beautiful sight, Chandon?
Sure is, Dallas. The weekends are always fun for me, since because we don't have to work, I don't have to call Dallas boss all the time. Don't get me wrong, I love doing it, you know, calling him boss, but it's nice to get a break from it sometimes. Plus, it's the 4th of July, so it's holiday fun plus weekend fun. What fun! Dallas, what the hell is that?
That's a little lamb.
Shannon and I want a beer.
Found a baseball diamond, which is great. 4th of July, America's pastime after all. I love baseball so much. Watching baseball, going to baseball games, hell, even playing baseball. I like rounding the bases, though I never can seem to slide into home, if you know what I mean. Goddamn beautiful. Happy birthday, America. Wish I could band like that. You know, I didn't like that last episode of the documentary you guys put out. It was duty. I mean, you spent an entire day with us, the 4th of July even, and it seems like you just threw all that together. I mean, god damn it, those fireworks were beautiful, but do we really need 4 minutes of them? It was like cow caca. Ain't that right, Shannon?
Cow caca. I mean, yeah, boss, I didn't like it.
See? Even Shannon didn't like that. And he's not just saying that because I'm saying it. Shannon, are you just saying that because I'm saying it?
No, boss, it was bad.
See? He didn't like it. We didn't like it. Frankly, it was horseshit. Our good friend Dougie over at Sparks Utility International is on vacation this weekend with his wife Mary Ellen and their little Gunner. So I'm watching his cat for him. Look at this little guy. Davy's his name. Taking quite a liking to him. Cool. I better get that. I bet it's Dougie checking out this little guy here. Will you watch him for me? This is Dallas Cialis. Oh, Mark, how's it going? I haven't talked to you since the 4th.
Hey, boss, I'm back from the store. They were all out of mild cheddar, so I got your shirt. Figured you'd like that, because you're the sharpest dressed man I know. Now, I do not do well around animals. I mean, I'm not as bad as this one guy I read in this book once where he was like always killing puppies and rabbits and such, but I mean, I do not do well around them. And I lied. I didn't read that book. It was read to me. I should really thank Dallas for doing that sometime. I miss story time.
We all have shares. What do you think?
Dallas, a cat got in again.
Hold on there, Margie. I'm going to have to call you back. Yeah, y'all have a good day now. What the hell are you talking about, Shannon?
A cat got in again. I saw it on the couch.
That's just Dougie's cat, Shannon. We're watching him for the weekend.
Wait, the cat's name is Channing too?
No, the cat's name is Davy. You're Shannon. What do you mean again?
Don't you remember last summer?
Oh, yeah. That was so gosh darn funny. We were in the middle of a heat wave and our AC went out, and because it was during quarantine, we couldn't get anyone out here to take a look at it. Shannon wouldn't stop complaining about how hot he was all the time, so I told him that he could open up his window all the way when he went to bed. Sure enough, he snuggles under the covers and a stray cat jumped through the window and lands on his chest. He was screaming and crying like crazy. If he would have stuck out for one more night, it wouldn't have happened. The AC guy showed up the next morning to fix it. Shannon, I have told you, there's no reason to be afraid of animals, especially a little kitty cat. Don't you remember how good you were with the llama at the 4th?
The llama was pissing me off just as much as it was pissing Dallas.
Yeah, but there's nothing to be afraid of with the little kitty cat. Here, hold him.
Oh, well, I guess it ain't so bad. Hey there, little buddy. How you doing?
Let's leave those two alone, shall we?
Hey, Davy.
Shannon, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just a little sad, Dallas. Davy's taking a little cat nap right now, and, well, I looked up the medal counts for the Olympics, and Canada's only won about 7 gold medals this year. It's not like I wanted them to win the whole dang thing or nothing, but I really do sympathize with Canada. I don't know why. When I think about all the hardships that those folks done been through, it nearly brings a tear to my eye.
What did you say, Shannon?
I said it nearly brings a tear to my eye.
No, not that. Did you say hardships?
Yeah, you know, like, I just think about all the hardships they've been through.
The word is hardships, Shannon.
Oh, that makes sense.
You gotta stop getting so emotional about the Olympics. And what'd I tell you? I knew you'd like that little guy.
Yeah, he's pretty great. Can we get a cat, Dallas?
No, we can't get a cat. Remember that for most of the week, this is a place of business. It's the headquarters of City Oil, after all.
Okay, well, what about a fish? Lots of office buildings have fish. We could get a seahorse. I know how much you love horses.
That's not the same kind of horse, Shannon.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't think so. I don't really know the full difference. A seahorse is small and lives in the ocean. A horse is bigger and lives on land. Male seahorses give birth to their baby seahorses. Female horses give birth to their young. Well, there you have it. They aren't the same after all.
Wow. Of all the things I've learned working here, that has to be among the best. Thanks, boss.
You're welcome, Shannon. You know, we probably should start getting some work done around here. It is Friday after all. I know we've had a lot of fun with Davey and horses, but we got things to do.
All right, boss, I'm on it. What do you need me to do?
Well, if you could you just dot down in the logs that we have to meet Dougie at 4 on Sunday to bring Davey back?
Wait, we have to bring him back?
Well, yeah, Shannon. He's got to go home to Dougie, Mary Ellen, and that Tot Gunner. And I told you we couldn't keep him. But look on the bright side. You get to put a note about him down in the logs. You love doing that.
That's true. I do love doing that. That's because I excel at Excel.
You sure do, buddy. Gosh darn it, Davey. I love you. We've been making a mess around here. I'm going to have to make Shannon clean all this up. Hey, wait a second, Shannon. What was that recent cat-related product that we got pitched a possible investment for?
Let me check here, boss. Lint rollers for cats.
Bam, that's what it was. Lint rollers for cats. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I already have a lint roller. I already know what that is. That's already been invented. That's what I thought too. But having Davey around here, I finally get it. The difference between a regular lint roller and a lint roller for cat is that a lint roller for cats gets applied directly to the cat, picks up any loose hair for them to possibly shed. Then they can run amok all around your camper/corporate offices. It's brilliant. Shannon, can you give them a call and book me another phone meeting and get some more prototypes sent out?
On it, boss.
Alright, well that sounds good. I look forward to receiving more of them. Sorry I turned you down last time. I just hadn't seen the light on lint rollers for cats yet. Alright, I'll have a good day now. And there you have it. I'm now a proud investor of lint rollers for cats. I should see if Dougie wants to get involved too. Maybe we can make Davey the official mascot for the brand.
Boss, I think it might be a little too hot for Davey in the costume. Plus, they're a little too big for him anyways.
What? Oh no, not that kind of mascot, Shannon. He would just be the little kitty face of the brand.
Oh, okay, I got you. Just like how we used to have that talking oil drum in our commercials.
Yeah, a little bit like that, yeah, Shannon.
I wish we would bring Oily back.
Maybe one day. That day will probably not come, just like me. No, but seriously, that was a huge PR disaster. Our animators made Oily way too kid-friendly. That's not even our market. He was a cute little oil drum and all. But kids were going up to oil drums and looking inside what they thought was oily and spilling oil all over themselves and their eyes and whatnot. Hell, I can only afford so many kids' hospital bills. I mean, I can afford way more than what I ended up having to pay for at the time, but still, that was no bueno. With all that's happened on this crazy day, I forgot to check my emails. Guess who emailed me, Shandon?
My mom?
What? No, why would your mom email me?
Well, you said to guess, but it wouldn't make much sense if she did, since she doesn't know how to work the email. Who was it?
None other than that sly little Jeffrey Bezos. He said that he had a great time in space and wants me to come with him next time. As if. I think I have more important things that I could spend 10 minutes on. Thank you very much. I bet he just wants me to cover the cost, that little cheapskate. That guy's bank account has got nothing on mine. Shannon, get your feet off the... What are those?
They're brand new, boss. They're Italian. Here, I actually have a receipt for you since they're a work expense.
What do you mean they're a work expense?
Well, I bought them for work, so, you know, that's the receipt for them.
Shannon, you only ever wear one pair of shoes. They aren't just going to be for work.
Well, can I not take an expense out?
No, work expense my ass. So we are now on our way to meet the Derek Watts, filmmaker and documentarian that's in charge of this whole little production here. We've only worked with his crew up to this point. He's only been doing the behind-the-scenes stuff, but he wanted to come and meet with us to learn a little more about us, not just what we do at City Oil. Thank you, Adam. Here, go get yourself some lunch.
How was your flight in, Mr. Watts?
Oh, it was fine. And please, call me Derek. Yeah, so I am Derek Watts, filmmaker, documentarian, etc. As you may know from the first episode, I started this project because I was really intrigued about how companies were adjusting to working from home with COVID. But as soon as my crew started work here with Flaccidia Oil, I just kept getting call after call about how captivating this Dallas Cialis guy was. And once they sent over the first footage that they had, that's all I needed to see. I called everyone. I said, it's all him now. And that's a pretty bold move to make as a filmmaker, especially when you've got to call your investors and say, hey, you know how we have all these companies lined up to shoot a documentary about working from home? Scrap that. We got this one guy now. And, everyone was a little hesitant at first, but they saw the footage I did. They saw, eventually you saw it. Everyone knew it was the right choice. I mean, myself, my crew included, we all made the right choice. I'm Mr. Watts, Dallas Cialis here. This is my secretary, Shannon Ruby. Howdy. What a pleasure it is to meet your acquaintance. Likewise, Dallas, and call me Derek. Please sit. We're just finishing up our setup and we'll be ready to go. Alrighty then. Can't say no to a good seat. I think I have that same lap. All right, sorry about that. We're all ready to go. Let's just start with some basic information. We just want to have a more expanded dossier on you guys. Full name? That would be Dallas Edwin Cialis. Oh, your middle name is Edwin. Yes, sir. You see, my mom wanted me to be named Edward, and my dad wanted me to be a winner. So that was their compromise. Interesting, and you're from Texas, correct? Again, yes, sir. Born and raised in Houston. You're not from Dallas? No, my parents were just big Larry Hagman fans, but then again, can you blame them? I guess I'm unfamiliar with him. With Larry Hagman? The Larry Hagman? J.R. Ewing? Major Anthony Nelson? Who shot J.R.? Oh, like Dallas? Guess I've just never heard the name. You should brush yourself up on his work. Fantastic actor. I particularly like him in Checkered Flag or Crash. I'll have to check that out. But as you were saying, you're from Houston? Yep, all my life. Till I moved the Flaccidia Oil headquarters out here to Wisconsin, that is. Though I was stationed out in Knob Noster, Missouri when I was in the Air Force, and I also did a spell in Mexico when I was a wrestler. Oh, I had a lot of fun wrestling. I was one of those, lucha libre doors. I had this great American flag mask. My name was Gringo Basura. At least that's the name they gave me. Hell, I never figured out what it translated to, but I loved it. Locals were always chanting at me and whatnot. It was great. So if I can ask you a question there, Derek, how did you stumble on our little company anyway? What drew you to come to us for your documentary project? We call Flaccidia Oil anything but little, Dallas. It's one of the most profitable companies in the world. You're currently listed as the wealthiest man in the world. And I hold that with pride too. Beat out that little snake Jeffrey Bezos 4 years ago. I will say, I heard this little song about Jeffrey recently, and I gotta say, if you haven't heard it, it's quite the tune.
Oh yeah, I heard that one too, boss. It sounds like computers and stuff.
You know what? Yeah, it does sound a little bit like computers, you're right. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Well, hold on there now, Derek. I got a follow-up question. I know that I sort of derailed your plans for the documentary and that Flaccidia Oil wasn't the only company you were going to be visiting. What were the others, if I may ask? Well, I mean, there were quite a few others. The first one we reached out to was MyPillow. We knew kind of right off the bat that working with MyPillow was a path we didn't necessarily want to follow. Luckily, we were actually filming some behind-the-scenes content the day that we reached out to them, so we do actually have that to show. And I guess now is as good a time as any to finally show that to you. Okay, I am Derek Watts. This is some behind-the-scenes content for the COVID Chronicles. When news got out about the project and what we were doing here, MyPillow actually reached out and called us to ask to be included, and so we're gonna give them a call back to see if we can work something out. Not too hopeful, but here it goes. Hi Jennifer, this is Derek Watts. I'm returning a call from Mike about including my pillow in my upcoming The COVID Chronicles documentary.
Oh, you betcha. Mike told me all about that. He would just love to be a part of it. You know, ever since last month, a lot of stores haven't been selling Mike's pillows, so he just really wants to get the word out again about how good his pillows are.
Well, what we're really working on here is seeing how companies have transitioned to working from home due to COVID regulations. How have you guys been handling all that?
Well, for a little while there at the start, we had some employees making pillows at home, but that wasn't really working out. And, you know, Mike truly believes in our freedoms as Americans, so he called everyone right up, myself included, and got everyone back to work.
Let me ask you this, Jennifer. I assume you're at work in public offices. Are you wearing a mask right now?
Oh, you betcha I'm not.
So yeah, as you can see, working with My Pillow didn't really pan out. Oh, My Pillow. That's with that Mike Lindell guy, right? Yeah, he was an absolute sweetheart once I got patched through to him.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell. I've invented the world's most comfortable pillow.
Really? I never met him, but he doesn't seem like he would be. Yeah, I just had a little hint of sarcasm there, Dallas. Oh, I see. Mike, he's really good friends with Trump, right? Honestly, who knows anymore? You know, I met Trump way back in the day before he became president or anything like that. I didn't really care for him back then. Makes a hell of a steak, though.
Oh, I remember that. That was a good steak. So tender and juicy.
You know what? You're right about that, Shannon. Derek, if you haven't tried one of those Trump steaks, I gotta say that's one thing he's good at. He had one of his cooks whip those up during a meeting we had with him, and woo-wee, he sure was treating at least some of the American public right that day.
I remember it seemed like it just had the perfect amount of lorries on there.
You know what? You're right about that, Shannon. I remember that. It was like perfect. It was really perfect. Okay, well, you know what? Speaking of steak, how about we take a lunch break and we'll get back into it? Sounds good. I'm starving.
Mr. Derek, Watts, sir, is this going to be like one of our lunch breaks where, like, does this mean I get a half hour?
Sure. Ooh, I'm taking an hour then. Now we all got shares. And I can't believe in all the time we've been shooting this documentary, I haven't thought to include you in on this. So what do you think? Well, alright. Alright, gentlemen, let's get back into it, shall we? Oh, yes, sirree. Where were we then? We're just discussing all the companies that you would approach for the documentary before settling on it just being about us. Alright, well, besides you guys and My Pillow, it was mainly just a lot of smaller companies, you know, the ones that were actually reaching out to us for the exposure, since those were the ones kind of taking the biggest hits with everything. Oh, and Xenix. Wait, Xenix? As in the window company run by Phoenix Xenix? Yeah. Why, that sick, conniving son of a... Phoenix Xenix is, to me, a frenemy at the very least. Hell, he even may be my arch nemesis. We do not get along very well. We can get the work done when it comes down to business, but we both know that the other's just faking smiles. I cannot believe that Phoenix Xenix would want a part in this documentary. Well, I mean, I can't believe it. That guy would do anything for publicity, for money, damn it, for just about anything. I didn't really think you guys would have ever crossed paths being in such opposite lines of work. Well, we've crossed paths all right. Let me ask you this. Did he become interested in the project after the news broke that we came aboard? Yeah, I mean, thinking back, I think it was after, but what does that have to do with anything? Because I bet you damn well that the only reason he reached out to join the documentary is because Felicity Oil and Shannon and I were a part of it. Hell, you could fly one of your cameramen over to wherever he's working right now and ask him, and I bet you anything that's the answer you'd get from him.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why I joined. Anything good under Dallas' skin, am I right?
Okay, well anyway, I really think we should get back into the interview. Oh, I don't know about that now, Derek. I'm pretty riled up. I gotta go take a breather. Ask Chandon some questions. Well, okay then. Hi, Chandon.
Howdy. I wore a tie.
Yes, I can see that.
I was really nervous about coming here, me and Derek, and doing the interview and whatnot, so I went out and bought this brand new tie to give me confidence. With this and my new shoes, I'm the most confident man in the world right now. Plus, Dallas said that I'm allowed to expense the tie because, as he put it, I know damn well you won't wear that tie outside of work.
Does he tend to do that a lot?
Really, only when Phoenix's name comes up, they really do butt heads. Butt heads. You know, I'm in charge of the logs at Placidia Oil, and Dallas has had a poker game scheduled with Phoenix, but he's been pushing it back for months. He just can't stand to see that guy right now.
Interesting. Well, anyway, while we're waiting on him, I suppose I do have some questions for you.
Alright, shoot. Just don't shoot me.
Alright, full name?
Chandon Jack Ruby.
And you're from somewhere down in Texas too, right?
Yes, sir. I'm from Kennedy, Texas. It's kind of like the in-between point between San Antonio and Corpus Christi.
And you haven't lived anywhere else besides here like Dallas has?
No, I wish. I would love to do a spell down in Mexico as a wrestler like Dallas was. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I didn't know wrestlers and wizards had anything in common, but that's how Dallas always describes his time there, so there must be something in common. But I lived in Kennedy all through finishing school in the 8th grade, and then a few years after that, I moved to Houston, where I worked some odd jobs with before Dallas hired me at Placidia Oil, as you know.
Alright, I'm back. I'm calm. Sorry, I got myself so worked up there, Derek. I got so heated, I don't even remember what that was all about.
Oh, we were talking about Phoenix, boss.
God damn it, Chandon.
Oops.
Okay, well, anyway, let's just move on from that. So what makes Chandon tick?
Oh, I know this. Let me think now. It's the heart, right? Because a heartbeat? Oh, well, maybe it's a trick question. I don't remember if we ever learned this in 8th grade science class.
No, I mean, like, what motivates you? What inspires you to do great work? What drives you?
Oh, well, Dallas is my biggest inspiration in my life, whether it be my home or my work life. I just aspire to be someone as great as him one day. And he's what drives me, too. Because even though I wear this driving glove, you know, the states of both Texas and Wisconsin say I can't drive.
Yes, I know about you not driving, Chandon. We've been over that already.
Oh, right, because that was in the documentary. You know, I'm really glad you let me be a part of this. I'm really proud of my job, and I think this documentary is a great way that I can show that. My mom thinks so, too.
Well, that actually segues into my next question. What's your family back home like?
Well, I got my mom. Her name is, just Mom, I think. And I got my cousin Heather and my soon-to-be cousin-in-law, Dirk. I kind of like to think of Dallas as my family, too. Kind of like my second dad, because, you know, my dad left us when I was a teenager.
Oh, wow, that must have been really hard.
Unlike Dallas. I'm sorry, I just never get to be the one that makes a joke like that. But yeah, Dad left when I was 14. He came back though. He just left to get me some moonshine to celebrate me getting done with school. Oh, I love telling people that story. It always throws people off.
Alright, I'm back for good this time. I'm over my Phoenix predicament. Oh, I know that smile from anywhere. Chan, did you just get Derek with the story about your dad leaving?
Yeah, I sure did, boss.
Oh, that is a classic. Did you get to the end yet?
Oh no, I almost forgot. My dad died shortly after that. Cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we told him not to trust strippers.
Classic. Man, I think there's only so much of you two I can handle in one day. I'm still here for the week, so let's find another day to finish this up. Chandon, I think I can trust you with finding some time in the logs.
Oh, sure thing.
Hey, that's my thing to tell Chandon what to put in the logs. No, I'm just joshing you. It was really good meeting you, Derek. Again, likewise, guys. I'll see you again later this week. All right, now, Chandon, when we get back to the campground, I'm going to drop you off at the office to pick up the mail. You can walk back to the side to break in those fancy new shoes of yours.
All right, will do, boss.
Man, that was fun. Derek turned out to be a really nice guy. We had a really fun day too. It was a long one at that though. Time to kick back and settle in for the night.
Hey, boss, I went and picked up the mail from the office just like you asked me to. You just got this one letter.
Oh, perfect, Shannon. Let's see what it is.
What does it say, boss?
Oh God.